So week 2 of our Love Dare. Week 2 is about putting Christ actions into your home. Now remember, the Love Dare is by Kendrick, and it is associated with the movie Fireproof. But there were 40 Love Dares. And there is a book, Love Dare, for spouses, and there is a Love Dare for parents. I'm kind of combining them and Wilmaizing them based on what the Lord is giving me. And we are doing the Love Dare each week at Maysville also. But here, we're on week 2. Week 2, our challenge for today, or this week, is to put patience and kindness into action. Pray and plan to speak and behave in patience and kindness with your spouse and each child this week. Now that's a mouthful, but you will find that doing this is something that will change you. It will bring a calm in you. It will bring a peace in you. It will help you self-discipline yourself in your own home and help you make your home the place it ought to be, a place of holiness. Patience diffuses anger and negatives. Too quick and too loud of responses are just out of the human. And sometimes they're very harsh. And sometimes they're very cutting. Didn't I tell you that? If you don't sit down, I'm going to smack you. And sometimes if we just answer out the human, it can be loud, it can be harsh. But patience diffuses anger. Patience is taking a breath. Patience is saying, wait a minute. You have to think, how am I going to best disciple my own family? And how am I going to best disciple myself? I think I told you that, but here's what it was. Could you please sit down for just a minute? I've got this pressure cooker on, and Mama has to take it off right now. Would you just go sit down for 3 minutes? See if you can sit for 3 minutes, or go play in the living room for 3 minutes, and I'll tell you when the minutes are up. And I'll get the pressure cooker off. Then we'll have beans and potatoes and slices of tomato. We can go on a picnic if you want to. It's taking a breath. It's letting the Lord come into the situation. Patience is the farmer in the sun, hot sun, working. And then he has to wait for weeks for the harvest. He has to go right back in that patch, kill the weeds, hoe the dirt up around it. He has to spray it if needed. He has to do all the work that it takes. And then it's a long time to ever get the harvest. If you have a home that has kindness and patience in it, you will see the results when those children start getting up of any age. And when they become teenagers and when they become parents, you will see that happening. You will see it happening. You will get to watch it. I get to watch my granddaughters with great-granddaughters now. I get to watch my son with his daughters and his grandchildren. It's an investment that can never be hurt. It's an investment that goes deep into the person. It's so deep because kindness is deep. Patience is deep. I even from time to time hear someone in my family remark, we don't talk to each other the way other people do. They've learned that. And they will correct you even if you say something that isn't a bad word. Their ideas of bad words are things like saying dumb or stupid, or saying something in a hurry that instead of slowing down and saying the way you should, they might correct you, and even the babies, and say, Mama, you said that too hard and too fast. And what they mean is, Mama, you were a little loud. You were a little out of order. Because they've learned that's not how we do this. And then yesterday, one of them was talking when an adult stopped by, and the mommy said to the girl, "Hush now, adults are talking." And the child just kept talking. And when the adult left, I heard the mother say to the child, I need to teach you, you don't talk when adults are talking. That's going to be your next, it's going to be something you have to learn. And the child looked at the mother and said, "I don't think I know how to do that." And I thought, honey, lots of us are still learning that. But the next lesson, we always have a next lesson in patience and kindness. We always have a next lesson in patience and kindness. Patience is the builder with the blueprint. To build a stable person, to build a person that has decorum, that can go into public and be somebody that you're proud of. The other day, one of my favorite things to hear from Carrie, the 3-year-old, is if you say, "Would you put this on the coffee table for Mama?" And she does it, and I'll say, "Thank you." She goes, "You're welcome." And it's such a sweet little, "You're welcome." And they learn that. They learn that from us. They learn that in the environment of our homes. Patience is us controlling ourselves in order to bring out kind words and kind deeds and kind attitudes. It is the atmosphere of a life and of a home. Kindness is the how we show love to those around us. Kindness is the breathing out. The patience is taking the breath in. Kindness is breathing out. Patience is the farmer in the sun, but kindness is when you deliberately, patiently, joyfully do what you're going to do. Kindness is knowing it takes years of patience to grow a godly family. Kindness is asking Jesus and the Holy Spirit to control you from wrath, anger, abuse, but even more down on that from loudness and stupid, oh, my babies wouldn't let me say that, from statements that are not good statements. This week, fellowship with Jesus and the Holy Spirit, and they will lead you into being patient and kind in your home. Make a list of what you will allow and not allow in yourself this week. Jesus living in us and in our homes and in our lives. Patience. Patience is the taking of a breath before you act or speak. Kindness is the right words and behavior after the breath.